So Nia and Tom share prize money of £400 in the ratio of 3 to 2. How much do they each receive? So what you need to do is appreciate there's 3 shares going to Nia, 2 shares going to Tom. Okay, so we go in the order of the names here. So Nia comes first, and we'll see how many shares there are in total. If we add them, okay, so we've got 5 shares. So we need to divide the £400, okay, by 5, right? We need to divide this by 5. So you can do the bus stop method. And 5 into 4 doesn't go, so carry it. 5 into 40 goes 8 times, and then 5 into 0 goes 0 times. So 1 share is worth £80. Okay, now Nia will get 3 shares, so Nia will receive 3 lots of £80. Okay, so 3 times 8 is 24, and then add 0, it's £240. And Tom receives 2 shares, so 2 lots of £80 will be £160, and you can check then that they both add up to 400. Okay, so that's how much they each receive. In part B, it says it's decided that Tom's share should increase by 10%. Without calculation, explain why Nia's share will not reduce by 10%. Well, if you think about it sort of logically, that's the way you perhaps will be going with this. You'd be thinking, well, if Tom's going to get more, then Nia's got to get less, yeah? Because more of the money will be going to Tom now, if he's having an increase 10%, so then that's got to come from Nia's share. However, we need to appreciate that the 10% Tom's share is not going to be the same as of 10% of Nia's share, okay? Because we're looking at proportion sizes here, okay? So if you think going back to the ratio, right? Nia has a higher proportion to start with than Tom, okay? So 10% increase for Tom will be 10% of a smaller proportion. So 10% of that smaller proportion won't be the same as 10% of Nia's larger proportion. Way to sort of word this, you could say, look, 10% of 2 shares is not the same as 10% of 3 shares, which is what Nia gets, of course. Part 2 then says determine the exact amount they each receive if Tom's share increases by 10%. Well, Tom received £160 here, so if I work out 10% of 160, that will be £16, of course, take off a 0. So Tom receives 160 take away, add, isn't it, £16, because you get extra 10%, so that'll be £176. And then, because Tom's getting an extra £16, that £16 is going to be taken from Nia's share. So Nia will receive £240, subtract the £16, so 224. Part 3 then says find the ratio that is now used to share the money between Nia and Tom. Well, this is how much they each get. That's Nia's share, that's Tom's share. So if we put that in a ratio, 224 to 176, okay, that will be the ratio in terms of the share there. Okay, remember to put Nia's value number, the amount she gets first, because we go in the order of the names. Now they want it in the simplest form, so we need to simplify this ratio. Of course, to do that, what we could do, we could see what number goes into both sides here. They're both even, aren't they? So we could divide both sides by 2. So if I halve 224, I get 112. And if I halve 176, I actually get 88, I believe. Let me just check that here. 2 into 1 doesn't go. 2 into 17 goes 8 times, remainder 1. 2 into 16 goes 8 times, so that's right. I can halve again, can't I? So if I halve that, I get 56. Halve this, I get 44. I can halve again, 28. And halve that, 22. And I can keep halving, so I can halve that again, so I get 14. And then I get 11. Now I can't halve any further, and I don't think there's any more common factors here that I can divide by, okay? Because we've got 11 here and 14 here. 11's a prime number. So that is my final answer. That now is the new ratio when Tom's share increases by 10%.